Here I am strolling through Dallas Fort Worth International Airport. Dallas Fort Worth is a massive airport, the largest one in Texas, and it also happens to be the hub, the home, the base for American Airlines. So you would expect that their lounges in Dallas International Airport will be top drawer, amazing, something to write home about. Well, today I'm going to take a little wander through the flagship lounge of American Airlines and see whether it really does deserve the title flagship. Now, off the bat, that wasn't the flagship lounge. That was the bog standard lounge, a bog standard Admiral's lounge. I went in there, said, "Hello, can I come in?" They said, "No, you can't because you can get to the flagship lounge." So I did. Now, I'm not J.R. Ewing, but I have to say it was nice to be able to go into the flagship lounge rather than the bog standard one. If anyone's been through the bog standard one, please do let me know. Now, I was excited and apprehensive about this lounge. I've had some good experiences with AA, not Alcoholics Anonymous, American Airlines, or the Automobile Association. Definitely American Airlines. I don't drive, and I've not accepted that I've got a drink problem. So, anyway, if I were to think about the ups of the AA lounges I've been in, definitely Terminal 3 Heathrow. The departure lounge stands on its own 2 feet, although maybe not as good as Cathay Pacific. The lounge coming back from Miami was also of a high standard, has some good craft beer in there. Plus, I hadn't been at this point, but the American Airlines Arrivals Lounge in Heathrow Terminal 3 is also a winner. But lots of those domestic ones I've been in have been underwhelming to say the least. And I forgot how long this bloody lift or elevator took. It did take a long, long time. But eventually, after what was that, a minute, 2 minutes wait, we finally get into the lounge and we're ready to see what this flagship has to offer. Any seconds now. So the charming people on the desk will let you in. In terms of the space itself, I came in on the left hand side. I think there's another entrance on the right hand side as well, but that didn't seem to be operational when I was there. You walk in if you come in on the left, and you've got the main dining section here on your right with all the food and drink that you will require to whet your appetite for the flight. Lots of seating around, as you say, it was quite busy that day. I'm not sure if anyone else can tell me whether these lounges do get busy or tend to be very quiet, but there's the exclusive dining area for first class passengers, which I wasn't, so it doesn't affect me. There is a quiet area for people to contemplate and sit and chill and relax. That quiet area was just behind the fine dining section, so just follow the lounge around and you'll find it no problem. So that's pretty much the amenities we have in here. The question on everyone's lips is, should I like and subscribe to my channel, to Tony's channel? Well, the answer is yes, please, if you could. I'm frustratingly close to 500 subscribers, so every single morsel of support helps me and encourages me to go on and keep producing such fun and frolics as this. Anyway, let's get back to the lounge. I know what you were really asking about was, come on, Tone, tell me about the food and beverages in this fine facility. Is it cordon bleu or simply bleh? Well, it was a mixed bag. The kitchen, well, it was a kitchen, I suppose. No, so the dining area was quite large. It was similar to a kind of BA buffet type vibe from the setup. There was no bar because obviously a lot of times you go to the States and they'll have a proper proper personed bar serving you drinks, whereas this one was just a beer fridge and a selection, obviously, wines and spirits on the side. Again, a la British Airways. The food was a smorgasbord of different things. Not particularly, I wouldn't say it was really like a meal. It wasn't really a meal. It was sort of picky bits and bobs, pile it all up. Maybe that's what people like. So there is definitely a good selection in terms of the variety of stuff you may go for. sushi, cooked meats, cheese, salads, pasta. You are spoilt for choice. Well, actually, maybe perhaps in terms of the quality, I opted for some sushi, which was fine. It was quite pleasant, actually. Obviously, not quite Michelin star 3 level Kyoto sushi, but I have to say it did the job and was perfectly functional. I washed the sushi down with a bottle of Samuel Adams. The beer selection was okay. There was some good, stronger craft IPAs in the drinks cabinet if you wanted one of those. But I didn't tend to eat much more than that because I was flying back business class and I didn't want to ruin my appetite. And to be honest, the food wasn't quite. Maybe it was the mood. Maybe it was the mood I was in, but I wasn't really feeling it. So I thought I'd keep the dinner options light so as to not ruin my appetite for when it came to the plane. Even so, I think this was a solid lounge, one of the better lounges I've been in the States. I may not have gorged my chubby little face on much of the food, but it was solid and it looked okay, and I'm sure it was fine. It was good. So if you are heading through Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas, and want to go into American Airlines Flagship Lounge, there are certainly worse options out there. And if perchance I have piqued your interest in seeing what American Airlines Flagship Lounge is like in London in Heathrow Terminal 3, you can watch this video here.